Hello guys. It's kind of evening today. I just finished my work and my wife friend brought that mini that we need to replace a hydraulic steering pump today. I already take it off like a week ago, ordered some parts, and now we will put it back together with you. Yeah. First and first, let's lift it. Yeah. So lifting, 1, 2, 3, magic. It is lifted, as you see. Let's go. Start working. Okay, our parts have arrived. What we have here? That's new intake hose from oil tank to our pump. That's a new oil pump. Not new, but used one from breakers. Yeah, because new like simply too expensive. Also, I have a hydraulic oil, 1 bottle. That's enough for 1 Mini Cooper. The infill capacity is something like 0.8 liters. Yeah. I have stainless steel hose clamps to fit that hose, and new wiring harness, also from breakers. Yeah, in pretty good condition. Yeah, no issue with that. So we will have to replace it on the car. Yeah. Now, what I want to do next is actually I want to test that pump, because fit it in a car and finding that there are some issues that is not very interesting story. So how to do that? The pump is actually electrical. So first thing first, I will lock it in place, or at least I will try to lock it in place. Yeah. So it won't move too much. I know how we do that. Technically, you can just, hold it with your hand, but recording and all that together, it's kind of difficult. So it's simply easier to lock it in place. Yeah, that's enough. It won't jump anywhere. Let me turn it closer. So, what next? First and first, we need to connect our power harness. Yeah. Check the polarity. So, plus minus, plus minus. Yeah. It's pretty tight connector, so yeah. Fit it. Now, from other side, I will connect it to a battery. I have a car battery on the table. Just be aware that that's high current thing, so like that pump can take up to 100 amps. What next? Next, like power is connected, nothing happening, yeah? And there is a reason for that. We need to give a pump control logic, that connector, a signal to start. How to do that? We will connect some wires and give that signal. I put 2 wires to pins. Yeah, I will close oil hose because it can spill the oil. So green is a control logic power. Let's connect that. Yellow is start signal. Do you hear that? I don't know if you hear. Let me put your mic closer. So green, yellow. So now we can definitely know that pump is starting and working as expected. So we will not have any surprises. Now that we need that our new replacement pump is alive, it's time to take bracket from old pump and put it on a new pump. It's pretty easy to do. 22mm socket wrench, 10mm socket on top. Yeah, that's pretty rusty. Okay, And we need to remove 4 nuts, 2 from each side. Pretty easy to do. 2 from that side and 2 from this side. Yeah, I prefer to use impact, but you can use whatever you have. That one won't be that easy to remove. Alright, so 4 nuts off. Okay, we also will need that bolt as well. That's a hydraulic hose bolt. Now we can remove that ugly, dirty thing and throw it away. Alright, just let me a second to watch that. Okay, unfortunately I forgot to press a record button, so, but I already put everything back together. Yeah. Now what's left? Before installing that in the car, I will use that electronic spray from Liquid Moly. I use it pretty much often for any electric connection in the car. You just spray that connectors inside. You know? I don't know what they add. I will just remove excessive. Yeah. What they add into that spray. But let me tell you what. I use it pretty much on many car connections already, and it always worked great. And a bit there and there. Yeah. And probably grease it, seal a bit, so when we will start putting it back together it will go easier. Yeah, I don't know what they add to the and that one as well, what they add into that spray, but it really very well dissolves any oxidation on contacts and prevents corrosion, all of that. Yeah, so yeah, manual states apply and wait for like 10 minutes. So I will apply it, and while we will connect it on the car, it will be already dry and ready to go. Okay, so we have our pump, we have our wire. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go and put it on the car. Okay, we'll start with battery removal. Just grab that seal, battery cover, move it to the side. Yeah. Now, next thing, negative battery terminal. Go disconnected. Positive, disconnected. Battery holder, 1 bolt and a 2nd bolt. Disconnected. I like to put bolts there so they won't fall. Okay, 2 bolts out. Battery goes out, as well as a piece of cardboard, like a plywood, that helps to level the battery, because the battery, someone put a battery for wrong size. All right, next thing, what you need to do, remove 3 bolts of a battery. That doesn't fit, need something smaller. Few secs. Okay, remove 3 bolts of a battery holder. That's a 10 mil. That's all 10 mil limited socket bolts. So just 10 mil socket will be enough to remove all of that. Okay, 3 bolts out. 1, 2, 3. Now our battery holder should be pretty much free. And what we need to do next? Next, we need to remove engine control unit. To do that, there are 2 plastic like latches, yeah, that you need to press and start pulling it out. It will eventually start to move out. Why do we need that? Because those wires will prevent us from. Let me add additional light because I don't see anything. Okay, 1 and 2. Start lifting it and disconnect. To disconnect, pull those plastic pins, and you see it will all go out easily. No need to apply excessive force, just pull them out and you can actually leave it here. Now we need to pull that battery bucket. It could be a bit like it's not complex, but there are two like clamps that hold together power cable, and it should go out. And underneath we have what? We have a zip tie that holds that cable. I will cut that zip tie now. Zip tie goes off. What other? Okay, and that's done. Next things. So why do we do that? Because there is a power pump wire. It's that one. I don't know if you see it. Yeah, here it is. And we need to replace it because there is a broken connector at the end. So now we need to disconnect it from this side. Okay, to disconnect that wire, we need to remove that what is that? That circuit breaker box. So first of all, I will disconnect that wire. There is a latch, yeah, and you can disconnect it completely. Now, two bolts, 10mm socket. One is here, one is from behind. Remove both of them. And now we can get to our wiring. So power steering pump wire is that one. Tough guy, thick. So first of all, remove that cover. It should slide off. Now you should see that fat, juicy connector that has a latch. Just press that latch and remove it. Done. Now that's positive terminal. Negative terminal is bolted there to a body. Yeah, do you see it? Same 10mm socket. Let me. That's tight. Let me put it into a higher torque. Okay, 10mm socket goes out. Yeah. Now it's disconnected, and we can start pulling that out. Yeah. So let's see where is it wire connected. Okay, one zip tie here that we need to cut. It's cold today, so zip tie. We'll put a new one. Now next, flip it. Okay, there is actually a plastic like clip, but I know that I have a new one on a replacement cable. So I will simply remove a plastic clip and that's all. Okay, maybe let me cut a zip tie and we will sort it later. Because it's pretty late outside and pretty cold. Now I want to speed up slightly. Okay, that zip tie done. One more zip tie. And basically just remove all of zip ties that hold that wire deep down there. It's not that easy to reach, but possible. Some of them are behind the engine, so we prepare it that it will need to reach into a very deep space, very, let's say, hard to reach spaces, but what can we do? We need to replace it, like we don't have much options, you know. Okay, zip tie, one, zip tie. Also, if you cut the zip ties, try to remove what's left from them. Otherwise they could stick in some bad places and it will be hard to get them out after. Yeah, or they can cause any unexpected issues, you know, if you won't remove them. All right, so that one is removed. Looks like you can go underneath. You see, everything is slightly covered in oil, let's say. Okay, I just pulled that cable out. Let me show you what is the reason to replacing that. You see, one of the contacts completely rusted, and other one is not also not in a good condition. And on the pump, that contact completely rotten out, like it's completely gone. So I had to replace the cable completely. Okay, I will start feeding that new wire in. So there is like thermal protection, yeah, for alternator and all of that. It should go there. I will have to go one more time underneath to pull it in, like to align it properly. And go back here, we will fix it in place. Okay, now we need to put that clip into that hole. Just go in, yeah, and put that wire back in place. Obviously it will slightly, let's say, resist as usually, but that happens. Yeah. Now that one to the side, and we need to pass it under that massive cable. Yeah. All right. Now that one goes into that massive connector. Just click it in, and we need to bolt this one back. Yeah. It's already night outside. Like not night, probably 7 o'clock. But it's already like very dark. All right, that's in place. It's better to give a few shots with impact, because that must be tight. It's very high power connector. If it won't be tight, you can have an issue with power supply. Now that one, we need to close that massive lid. Here it is. So we need to slide that back in. To cover all those wires. Just straighten them. It should go in pretty easily. Just a few, yeah, until it latches on both sides. And we can do what? And we can bolt that back. Let's use. Okay, goes in and goes in. Awesome. Now that connector, by the way, why it's so awkward? I would say it should be underneath. Yeah, that connector goes back in and feeds that rubber. That meant a bit of light. That rubber part, yeah, it should click in place, yeah, and latch itself. And we don't need that box anymore. We can close it. Now I need to take a zip tie and tie that wire in place. Let me just do that. So I zip tied that wire in place. We can actually put all this back together. But before doing that, I will remove those hydraulic holes. I don't know if you see it. Let me point at something. That one. That's return hydraulic hose. I already removed the clamp, and it always leaks in this car. And due to it's been pretty hard, so I had to basically not destroy, but like it will leak, because while removing that on the bottom, I wasn't able to remove it easily, so I had to like smash it slightly, and we will put it just a new one. Let me grab a knife and cut that hose out, because I cannot remove it by hand. Simply cut that rubber, because like I know you can say, someone will definitely say, but you can save it, yeah, and reuse it. No, guys, it's that hose is 20 years old. It's just time for it to be replaced, because it's so hardened and it like like it's not really brittle, but it's very hard and it's leaking from all sides, like it just makes sense to just throw it out and put a new one. All right, that's beneath the car. That's our power connector. That's a hydraulic pressure hose. What we need to do next, we need to remove those o-ring, because like you should understand that probably for 20 years no one never replaced that, yeah. So I need to put a new one, because that one maybe it won't leak, but most likely it will, because it's lost its properties. It's even hard to remove that. It's very like hardened, yeah. And we need a soft one, so I got the new one that we will fit here. That's 8x2 o-ring. You can supply it from BMW, or simply go to a shop and go buy a new NBR ring. All right, and at that stage we are ready to put our pump back in. I don't know if you can see much, because it's really hard to record and do something, but now we need to slide the pump in. Unfortunately, it won't fit. Why it won't fit? You see this bottom mount for engine. It's not straight. It's like that, but should be like that. Because, yeah, car is old and motor mounts are not good, So, what we will do to somehow bypass that problem, we will gently push engine up. So let me take a piece of wood, yeah, and gently lift it. No worries about plastic cover, it's already half dead. So start. Okay, now engine is a bit up, and we should be able to slide the pump in. Okay, let's see how it goes. It should go in, but that thing is kind of stubborn. It never want to go in easily, so be ready that it will cause a bit of problem fitting it like that bolt never want to go in. But overall, pump is basically in. Yes and no. small thing before. Just hold it like that, yeah, and connect all those connectors, because it will be really hard to do later. So just do it right now. Yeah, I know it's not easy because you have to hold it in your hands. It's heavy, but believe me, later it will be even worse. Because reaching it after will be like a nightmare. Okay, just let me check quickly. Polarity, yeah. Set that connector in, yeah, like so. I need to grab my something to cut zip tie, so temporary. Just lock. Okay, stay there. Okay, a bit more. Yeah. Whew. Finally in place. As usual, everything goes in. Takes a bit of time. Now, there are 3 mounting points that we need to fix it. 1 nut is here, 2 nuts are that side from beneath the subframe. Let me move you and show you where is that. So let me show you where are those 2 bolts. That's the edge of a subframe, and those 2 bolts are there on top. You see, I will use extension bar to fit them in. I will have to stop recording because that's an exhaust pipe. You see, there's so low. It's so tight that I cannot even fit my hands, you know. So I will have to switch off. Sorry, guys. Let me just turn it off and put those bolts in. Okay, let me show you where are we. I put intake hose with clamp, tighten it that outlet hose, camera focus, yeah, that one. Tighten it that nut and those 2 bolts that are behind that part, yeah. Whew. And that should be done from underneath. Let's go from the top and fill the system. Okay, we have done with that. I also put a new return hose. Let's quickly put everything together because it started to rain also, which makes our task even worse. Yeah, just as usual, not that easy. Not that easy. Everything resists. Everything doesn't want to go in. All those wires, etc. They don't want to go back. Okay. Okay. Finally. Where is that wire? That's CPU. Okay. Control logic. That one goes there. These power cables go in their place. And here. What else? There's rubber there. And it should, yeah, finally it's in. Okay, first I will connect those connectors, and now one goes in and second goes in, and we can push CPU in place, feed that rubber seal. Yeah, nice. Now bolts. Yeah, finally. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that one. Done. Alright, so that one done. Now we can put back our battery. That one goes in. That hose actually should be connected to a battery, but someone missed the battery connector while replacing the battery. I don't know who was that, but that's just a fact that we have to leave this like that's already happened, you know. Okay, battery. Let's align the battery and tighten that. That's done. Now negative connector, negative side goes in. Tighten that. Alright, what's left? Battery mount. That's the things that hold battery in place. 2 bolts. One and second one. Whew. 1 and 2. Awesome. And we can put a cover in. As usually on all those minis, the latches are broken, so we just put that on top and that's all, because there are no way to fix it. And seal goes back in. Yeah, seal in, battery in, pump in. Nice. You hear bubbling. That's absolutely fine. You should hear that. Weather is just awful. Okay, let me close that. Okay, system is charged with oil. I will turn the steering wheel a few times from side to side, start the engine, and we will see if everything is fine. Okay, guys, moment of truth. Key in, ignition, start, and let's test it. I don't know if you hear that happy noise at the end, but hydraulic steering is working. Awesome. So now let's check for any visible leaks, etc. Yeah, I will go underneath and check if it's not leaking. Okay, let's just do a quick test drive to check how everything works. Like I already can tell that power steering works absolutely fine, but let's do a quick test drive around the street just to actually quick test. Yeah, I pretty much can tell already that power steering works as it should. Yeah, there are other issues with those cars, like there are alternator pulley noise, that needs to be fixed. There are extra oil leaks from head cover gasket. Yeah. Also, there are suspension problems. Most likely, we'll go back to that car at some time. But right now, the major problem was a power steering, because without power steering, you almost cannot drive. Like you can technically, but the steering is so crazy heavy that it's not possible to do it easy. Yeah. And why not go to garage with that? Yeah, it's possible to go to a garage with that, and just fix it. But you should understand that in garage, price for just labor for such work would be like £600, yeah, which is fairly expensive. And that lady, owner of this car, she, let's say, kind of short on money. She cannot afford spending that much money, and she depends on the car. Car is not just something, like to go shopping for her. It's really important for her, because without car she cannot work. And she worked like for minimum wages, so if as a care worker, for all those retired people, etc. So I think we did a good job, Okay, I really like how it works. Everything steers well, very smoothly, just how it should be. Yeah. Okay, let me just park somewhere. And on that happy minute, I will say thank you for watching. Hit bell, subscribe, leave a comments. I don't know, the video was very awkward, like me under car, tools under car, there's no space, and I'm recording something. If someone has any idea how to make it easier in such conditions, I will really appreciate your suggestions, So see you next time, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.